Thank you, Andrea, and thank you for inviting me here. So let me start by saying something about my company and myself. I entitled this talk "Progress in Chaos" because I'd like to speak about a story of the Hungry Nomad Kitchen. It's a company that we started amidst the pandemic, and I think it's an interesting story that some of our listeners will be excited to know about and how we did it and how we are still doing it despite the pandemic or amidst the pandemic. A bit of a background: Accreo is a consulting company. We are an expert in the food service and retail marketing services. We do training and development. I'm a certified John Maxwell coach and speaker and trainer. I was also with healthcare operations, but bulk of my experience was in the food industry. I started as a service crew at Jollibee Foods Corporation, and then I went on to become a manager. And then my last position was the country manager for Jollibee Vietnam for Jollibee international operations. When I came back to the Philippines, I joined Domino's Pizza as general manager, and there I met a young entrepreneur, probably like most of you, a young entrepreneur. By back then, he was 27 years old, and we started and co-founded Teriyaki Boy. So we were the founders of Teriyaki Boy, and we founded it and we grew it to about 10 outlets until a big businessman, Martin Lorenzo, found out about us and acquired our company. And then I was named managing director under the Pancake House for Denshos, Teriyaki Boy, Sizzling Pepper Steak, and I also founded Cabicera ng Denshos. And after that, and outside of the food industry, I was also with healthcare. I was COO of a hospital in Tanawan. I was with a manufacturing company, and I was also with MegaWorld as AVP for operations. You'll see my expertise and my experience is not just in the food industry, but retail operations, operations management, franchise development, franchise business development, and leadership training. So that is Accreo. But what I would like to share with you more about is how we did start and grew the business amidst the pandemic. We started with finding out what really is happening in the industry. Take note that when we started this, or even before we started this, there was already a business model that I had in mind. And I knew that the people are starting to just stay at the house or in their offices because they cannot go out because of traffic. And this was pre-pandemic. And I got inspired by the business model canvas. And this is the value proposition of canvas that's used in that business model canvas workshop that I also conduct. All customers will have something to do. It's called a customer job. That's something that they would like to perform. So if you're going to eat, the practical job that you would like to do is to eat, to get filled, right? And besides eating, there are other reasons why you would like to do that. And while ordering food or while consuming your food, there are gains or benefits that you would like to have as much as there are pains that you would like to get rid of. And what we thought is that we should match these gains and pains when we develop a product or service for the company so that it's going to be a value promise driven company or organization. So hence the Hungry Nomad Kitchen was born. Okay, Hungry Nomad Kitchen is a virtual food hall. Is born out of a need to fulfill a promise to the customers who are in quarantine, working from home, who can't order just they cannot go to the store, they cannot go to the mall because they're not allowed to. So they can order via phone call or order online and have the food delivered to them in their houses, in their offices, and wherever they are. So the purchasing behavior has shifted And we saw that even before the pandemic, this has shifted already. And true enough, when the pandemic hit, the reason for this business has been accelerated. And we thought that we could not be just the same as any other food company who would just deliver their products via a motorized delivery vehicle. Yes, that's a good business as well. It works, but it's not scalable. We thought it's not scalable and it's not sustainable. So what we did was to go further and do a lot more than just being an organization that serves food. We like to serve more. And by more, we mean more variety. Thus, we have other brands. Affamato is an Italian brand. Taya is your Pinoy favorites. And Bleecker Street is inspired by Bleecker Street in New York, where there's so many fine dining restaurants. So that's your American entrees there, right there. And Grand Central is a sandwich bar. And we also have invited other entrepreneurs who we call collab merchants or collab partners. We have Zen Asia. Zen Asia serves wine. So we serve wine from our portal. Piccolo is a cold brew with four nice flavors of really espresso based cold brew. Aqua S is a favorite ice cream with 100 varieties, and they come from Sydney, Australia. And Chef Lori is doing our desserts, and we are also serving her desserts in our portal. And just recently, we are joined by Tea Bar, a milk tea brand. So you can see we're offering a wide range of food varieties, just like you would see in a food hall. But this is virtual. You don't have to leave your houses. You don't have to leave your offices. You can see us if you download the app. You go to an online store, or if you call us. So we have pancit, we have kare kare, we have pasta, pizza, sandwiches, we have baby back ribs. And like I said, we have pasta, ice cream, cold brew, desserts. So if your family, a big family of 4 or 5, the dad would probably have pasta and maybe would like to have some wine to go along with it. The lola may have some pancit or kare-kare or tofu sisig, and the kids might have some ice cream or milk tea or sandwiches. So you can order a lot of these things all under one ticket, all under one checkout, and under one delivery system only. So we are not aggregating them. It's all being done and being cooked in one kitchen under one preparation. And under this system is a Nomad system. Nomad stands for Nexus for Order Management and Delivery. It's an ecosystem that starts from a mobile app that is connected to an online store as well, and that is connected to an in-house POS that processes the orders and dispatches them. And as soon as the orders are dispatched, it's picked up by the delivery dispatch app by our own delivery fleet. So it's a complete ecosystem from the time the customer orders and places the order and gets the order and receives the order from we call them delivery captains. So it's just a matter of calling and clicking and choosing and paying one checkout for all. So how did we do that? Uh, I'm a big fan of the business model canvas. There are many challenges to any business, whether you're a startup or a current business. The first things that we ask is that how do we now relate with our customers? The many faults or some of the faults of the current businesses, probably in panic, is to just convert to an online delivery. So what they did was just ask for a delivery system and have them ordered through their Facebook account, probably. Nothing wrong with that. That works. Probably that works. But like we said, we like it to be more scalable, and it has to be sustainable for us, because our plan is to grow the Hungry Nomad stores or terminals to 20 stores in the next 3 to 5 years. So we thought about what would be the customer relationship. Is it going to be just an order taking from call center? We thought, no, we'd like to be in the hands of the customers so that they can order from us any time of the day. And how do we deliver to them? And our channels would be one kitchen. Our kitchen or terminals, as we call them, can service any customers within a 5 kilometer or now a 10 kilometer radius, and we're very strict with the distance, so as to keep the quality of our products. We cannot deliver for more than that because the quality will suffer. So the customer channels or the stores where the orders are coming from, they are cooked, prepared in one location only, as opposed to aggregating from different restaurants. We know the revenue streams as not just selling our products. We have revenue streams coming from our partners as well. Since we are not just a food manufacturer, so to speak, we are also, call us a mall operator or a food hall operator. Hence, we have other revenue streams other than just receiving product sales. While doing this, or even before doing this, there are many moving parts to this ecosystem, and one of the biggest part is the POS. Our decision right from the start is not to do it ourselves, obviously, because we're not tech people. We are operations people, we are finance people, we are brand people. We are not tech people. So we partnered with a company. It's called Serino, and they did our POS, they did our mobile app and our delivery app. So we let the experts do that for us, because one thing that we have learned early on is that you cannot and you should not do everything yourself. Whether you're a startup or a big company, or big as probably a Jollibee or a McDonald's, you cannot and you should not do everything yourselves. You need to be able to find key partners that will be able to do key activities for you. They're good at it, they're best at it. Key activities, what do we do best? We do product development best, we do branding best, and we are doing our own internal social media marketing that we think we are good at because we are brand people as well. So these are the main considerations that we have taken into consideration, and we have always focused on before and even now as we have started. We started last October. We opened our first terminal last October, and these are the key issues that we always think about and how to improve them. You can see that they are still customer driven. They are still promise driven. We have always focused on how we can always deliver the promise. And one of the reasons why we have been successful in doing is that we have focused so much on the key activities where we are good at, and we have relied heavily on the key partners as far as the delivery fleet are concerned. It's a dedicated delivery fleet, but it's an outsourced delivery. The POS is not, it's our own, but we did not develop them. We are not managing them. They are a key partner. To end this short talk, I would like to share some questions that people should ask. No, I call them should ask questions, not frequently asked questions, because unfortunately, the frequently asked questions are the wrong questions. I was told and I have learned that for you to be able to solve a problem, you should be asking the right questions. So if you will bear with me, I would like to share some of them. For any startup or any business that's already ongoing and who would like to grow, there are questions that probably have not asked yet. So these are some of them, if you may allow me to share with you. Who is your customer really? A lot of us have been fixated by a specific segment that we think would be a profitable segment. So who really is my customer? Ask yourself if you can describe or define, um, what is your customer, where is he working, what type of food does he eat, what customer or what websites does he visit. That I think would be a great help for you. I would call it an intimate knowledge of your customer. Next is, what really is your product or service? Are you selling product? Are you selling a service? Hungry Nomad Kitchen is not just selling product, we're selling service. We are selling convenience. And our customers are not just the end product or the end consumers. Some of our customers are our tenants as well, if you can call them. some of our partners, the partners or the merchants that are selling products in our terminals are also our customers. So we need to make them happy as well. How can my customers know about my products? How can they buy the products? How do I produce my products? Do I buy them from scratch? Do I have somebody just sell them to me? We don't do desserts, so we invited somebody to sell desserts for us. We definitely are winemakers, so we asked somebody to sell wine for us. We don't do ice cream. We don't have any cold brew. So we have key partners or key merchants who does that for us. How do I deliver? We ask somebody to deliver for us. What do I need to own? Do I need to own that whole building? No, we just rent. Do we need to own the motorcycles? No, we just rent. And then, of course, the important things, how will I make money? What are the revenue streams? As I shared, the revenue streams of Hungry Nomad Kitchen does not end with just selling the product and making a profit out of every sandwich that we sell or out of every pizza that we sell. We make money out of other things, other revenue streams such as revenues from rent, revenues from royalties as well, and not just selling, but what cost will I incur? And at the end of it, of course, the main or the better question is my business really making money? Am I profitable? Well, my will my business be profitable, or am I profitable right now, or when will I be profitable? Okay, so many questions, no? But fortunately, there are answers to them. And like I said, if you ask the right questions, that's probably half of the battle. So next is, you ask, where can you get help? And this is a common dilemma for startups. No, I would say get a professional partner, and by partner, it doesn't need to be somebody who would put money into it. I'm also a business consultant, and many times I tell my clients, when you have a good business model, money is usually the easiest to find. Find yourself a good partner, somebody who can put something and put value on the table. I am partners with a good finance guy. He does not just bring money, but he brings a lot of his experience in the hotel and resort industry, and he brought in a lot of experience in organization and fundraising, and that's one thing that I am not good at, and he brings that to the table. So we both of us as leaders have started and have continued to grow this business because of our complementing skills. Besides having a partner, get yourself a professional manager. Of course, not from the start, but as you grow, you would find out that there are things that can should be better left with a professional manager, somebody who has knowledge and skills, hopefully more experienced than you are, somebody who's better than you are in running your business. A professional worker. Most of us will just find the cheapest worker. A big mistake. Find yourself a professional worker. You spend less time training them. You spend less time working, motivating them, and you spend less money on spoilage and wastage and customer complaints. And finally, get yourself a professional coach, somebody who would mentor you, somebody who probably has already done a lot of mistakes that you should be aware of and avoid. And there are professional coaches out there who can help you and mentor you. And we are one of them. Shameless plug, Accreo is a business consulting uh, outfit. We can help you. And there are other coaches there that can help you from the start. And it doesn't take much for them to give you their 2 cents or their professional help. And I would say it's money well spent, and it's time well spent, other than you creating it on your own and making the mistake of your own.